You're listening to Analog Assault, a video game podcast by Mulehorn Gaming.
Welcome to the Analog Assault Podcast, your destination for video game talk, movies, and large explosions. I'm Wade, also known as Mulehorn117, and we are on episode 30, Mr. 30. And tonight I have with me someone that's not 30, but he is dirty. His name is Kurt, a.k.a. Dirty Bombs.
Hang on, I'm trash talking underdog.
Oh.
We go.
Trash talk. Man. No keys.
Yeah, we don't have Circuit with us tonight, but we also do have Thaddeus, a.k.a. Thaddeus Prime.
What up?
What's
it's
up, man?
Prime time. All the time.
And
Miss you, Circuit.
as you can see, we have a special guest with us tonight, and his name is Lupo to the rescue. What up, bro?
What's going on, man?
Good. Well, fellas, you can find us every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on mixer.com/Mulehorn Gaming. And speaking of Mixer, check out our friends and teammates at theshedteam.com.
Oh, and wait, there's more.
Oh,
There's more?
yes.
Speaking of the Shed Team, minor the fact that I'm now a community manager of the Shed Team. I also want to mention that our applications for the official Shed Team stream team are now live. So if you're listening or watching and you are a streamer of Mixer and want an awesome community to grow with, like Lupo and Mule, maybe someday Dirty. That's possibly questionable. Fate says no. Go check it out at theshedteam.com and go to the Join Us tab and see what they're all about and see if the Shed may be a place for you.
Yeah, man. They're a good bunch of dudes and dudettes, and yeah, great group of guys. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so Lupo, we're going to get into you more in just a minute as we spotlight you on this episode of our Community Spotlight. But before I do that, we always ask, how your week been and what you been playing?
Things are going pretty good. Obviously, I've been playing a lot of Destiny 2, ramping up for the Warmind expansion coming next week, so that's super exciting. I did play the Defiance beta just a very little bit last week.
Oh, yeah?
And, I mean, most recently, the Overwatch Retribution Archives event that they had.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun. I like PvE content, and anytime there's like a horde mode or something like that, I really get into it. So
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Do you have any dad stories of late? Because I know you're a dad as well.
nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, you hit milestones. I mean, like my son's like starting like real ownership now, so
yeah.
everything is his.
Yeah.
So
Mine,
that's
Dad.
the big thing now. So
Mine.
this is mine, even though it's like mine or my wife's. So that's a thing that we have to
Have you
cherish at one point and take away at the other. So it's a give and take type of thing.
Have you started that? This isn't yours. I paid for it.
no.
Good job.
Do you have a job? I don't think so.
Yeah. Awesome, man. That's good. It sounds like you're actually jumping around to a lot of good games. So
Yeah, trying. Like it seems like when you really get locked into like one type of game, you lose all that experience with everything else. So I try, like when there's slow periods of certain games, I try to get into other stuff so I don't lose that feeling into everything else.
Yep. I hear you, man.
Well, yeah. You especially.
No. We'll talk about that because I got some news about that. So, but what about you, T Prime or Dirty Bombs? What y'all been playing lately?
Well, when I have time, God of War still.
Yes.
Because, God of War.
Yes. That's about
Same
it.
here. God of War.
Man, you guys are boring.
No,
I'm all right.
we're dedicated. We're not so squirrely.
Hey,
I know. Amazing news, everyone.
it is amazing.
Horn 117 has now beat a game since the Mass Effect series.
I did
Right.
it. I did it. Yeah. Yeah.
But back to me though. Enough of you. Yeah, God of War. I caught up on some sleep, which I feel amazing today because of it. But
Yeah.
also The Expanse. Caught up on that. Watching Krypton and oh my gosh, Westworld. Holy crap.
Oh, I forgot to watch that.
Yeah, this next episode will really take you. Like,
Oh man.
didn't see that coming. Holy crap, that's amazing. And also, it's already greenlit for season 3.
Oh, really?
Season 2's not even done yet.
Wow.
You should start watching that.
You
Same.
should, man.
good.
It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
We know a guy.
Have you
Yeah,
seen
I'm
it, Lupo?
I haven't. My wife watches it. So.
Okay. You got to get in on that, man. That's good.
Lupo. I still love you though.
I
Yeah.
don't have time for TV, man. It's tough.
Yeah.
Nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
It's a true story, man.
So, as you guys know, I jump around to a lot of games. And
Do you?
there has been a game that has locked me in for the better part of, I guess, April and a little bit of May. And that's God of War, man. And as Thaddeus said, I did finally beat a game, and that was God of War. And let me tell you, man, if you don't have a PlayStation, go buy a PlayStation just for this game because it's that freaking good. Dude, it is a 10/10. And as I was telling you guys in our Discord, I don't think there's another game that I've had the same feels for since Mass Effect 2 or 3. So that should tell you how good it is. Yeah.
Nice.
So other than that, man, Expanse, Krypton, Expanse, the ending, oh my gosh, last episode was freaking amazing. So if you're not watching that, go watch it. And I got a funny dad story here to tell you. So,
Oh boy, hold on to your butts.
so the other day, which was like yesterday, whole fam, we're all tired, end of the day, long day, and we go get some Taco Bell, and you kind of know what Taco Bell is. It's like a gut grenade, it's just waiting to go off, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at my oldest son, Wyatt, and he's on his third taco, right? And he's just, he's pounding it, right? He has just a little bit in his left in his hand, and he's making this face. He's going, He's just like loving it. And he goes, when I finish this, I'm going to go take a big poo. I was like, oh man, he learned so fast what Taco Bell does to your gut. So, yeah. But
Only when you get old.
I want to be just like Daddy and toot and fart all the time.
pretty
Make
much,
big
man.
dumps and sweat.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. You get the poop sweats. So.
You gotta start
I don't
them
know,
young,
I know,
I still
right?
power down that Taco Bell. I don't get the poops from it.
Yeah. So before we move into Mr. Lupo here, I just want to mention we got a charity stream going up, which Lupo is going to be a part of as well.
That's right.
It is going to be on the 20th and 21st of May for Stack Up. If you've never heard of Stack Up, check them out. Super cool charity. Really great. Just go to stackup.org and you can see all about them. But make sure you tune in here and we'll have a schedule out with everyone else's mixer that's going to be helping us with that and supporting those guys there. One other thing, as you might see here above Lupo, is we are going to Comic Palooza on a podcast panel with our friends, The Nerd Foo and Three Beers and a Mic. And we have a lot of stuff to give away. Like,
Is one of the Nerd Food guys in the chat now?
he may be, and I think his name is Sully. Sully?
McCracken 5
Yeah.
of the Nerd Food.
Yeah, so we're going to be hanging out with all those cool bros. We got tons of great stuff that we're giving away. One of those I wanted to show off. I showed off the comics last week. Is this bad boy right here from Bottle Breacher. And it's called a Freedom Frag. And it's actually a real live grenade that they have bored out and made into a breacher.
So it's not live.
It was at one point.
Yeah.
But it's freaking awesome, man. It's like legit. Anyways, so we're gonna have lots of cool stuff like that. And and this is how legit it is. It actually comes with a warning. Like if you're going to the airports, it says FYI. So yeah, super cool though.
They made that because someone did that.
Probably.
Had to
At
have.
the airport or a
Had
hospital
to have.
place
Yeah.
and tried to pass a bottle breacher and didn't work.
Yeah. They're probably like, you got a 50 cal bullet in your pocket, sir.
I don't
No,
have a gun
I'm
to
just happy
shoot it.
to see you.
What difference does it make?
Yeah. Yeah. So Comic Palooza, it's going to be awesome. If you're in the Houston area, go check it out. There's going to be so much cool stuff there. I mean, Thaddeus Prime, myself, Steve and Sully from Nerd Food, Dwayne from Three Beers and a Mic. It's going to be great. So want to also mention, if you like our podcast website, check out the content at patreon.com/Mulehorn Gaming and learn how to be a supporter. So let's just dive into here to Mr. Lupo to the rescue with your sweet shades there, man. I love them. I love them.
I seem to be like known for them now, so I can't like they're one with me now. So
Well, yeah,
You're
because
like
whenever
one with the
we
Force.
got on before we went live, I almost didn't recognize who you were. I was like, who is this the schlum guy in our screen here?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lupo
it's
and the
Lupo.
Specs and T Prime and the Beard. That's how it goes.
Hey.
We were saying before the podcast, it's like beginner beard, and then you got Dirty Bombs with intermediate, and then you got you at like extra large, and then Thaddeus is, or you at large and extra large is Thaddeus. So
Yeah.
yeah. So, bro, Lupo, tell
Yep.
us all about you, man. Tell us your story, how you got into gaming, all that awesome stuff.
Well, I mean, I started gaming pretty young. Like, always had something in the house. Like my dad had the Commodore, Coleco, Atari, everything.
Yeah.
Super young. I didn't really start getting into it till I ripped my chin open. I had like an accident, so
Oh, man.
I binged Mega Man X for like the whole week I was out of school, and like that set like a trend for me. And I was like, all right, now that's done. I got to start the next thing, and just like slowly worked onto different games. And
Yeah.
as I got older, I got more into music, and that's where like the whole stream thing comes in. Like, I really love like live performing and stuff like that, and that's the particular aspect that brought me into streaming. Like, it's the next evolution. So music was cool. It's a passion and a hobby that I had for a long time, and picking up gaming after that, because I toured in a band and stuff like that. So after picking up gaming, after retiring from music, because you don't really like walk away from it. I call myself
It's
a
always
recovering
there.
musician because it's like a drug.
Yeah.
You kind of like want to always do it. So if you're not in it all the way, it's kind of like you feel like you're half-assed, and so you kind of have to like scale it back. Like, all right, I'm not going to do this. I can't do it because I have to pay my bills. I can't go on tour because I need to make sure that I eat.
Yeah.
So got a real job and everything like that, and started just pursuing different life stuff.
Yeah.
And then gaming became a hobby, and then more of a passion as my life grew on. There's always a need for more exposure and more of a voice, and that's where I am now. It kind of just evolved into this streaming thing.
So, dude, would you ever what did you play first?
I play bass and guitar, but like primarily bass.
Dude, you should totally stream some like jam out.
Dude, I haven't touched a
bass.
guitar in like
So
7
what,
or 8
man?
years, I
Do
think.
it. I mean, we're Circuit when we need him to talk music, man.
It's like riding a bike. You never
Me
forget.
and Circuit, we've had conversations about music before. I mean,
Yeah.
he's very, very experienced and super knowledgeable with audio stuff. So I've definitely picked his brain a few times with different audio programs and stuff. So
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. Well, awesome, man. So tell us your journey on a little bit more on how you became a content creator and kind of what drew you to be a streamer.
well, like I previously said, it was mostly about like the music thing and having a drive to just be in front of the camera or be a performer. And what drew me most to like streaming on Mixer was the integration with Xbox and stuff like that, because I was always a Xbox guy.
Mhm.
I bought my first Xbox in 2002 with my own like hard-earned money. Like, went to the store, went to my job, went to the store with my cash, like literally had cash in hand to buy it, and been Xbox dedicated ever since. So having the integration on Xbox drew me to Mixer. I did the Twitch thing for a little while, it just never really worked the way it was. But seeing Mixer and seeing the community that it was, I was just like, I want to be part of that. I want to be part of that. So I just jumped in. I had like half of the gear for it, and then I was just like, you know what? Just do everything I can. Get the nice PC, get this, get that, and next thing you know, my face is all over the internet. So
Getting there,
one thing
for
leads to
sure.
another. It's
Yeah.
like it's a gateway drug. Gaming and all that kind of stuff is like a gateway drug. You just do one little thing, you get like a nice little high off of it, and then you just keep
You just
snowballing.
going. Yeah, yeah. That's awesome, man. So you're saying more like what really drew you into Mixer was kind of the community feel, that kind of a deal.
Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So we've talked about it before, just in Discord together and things like that, about your streaming setup, and I freaking love it, dude. Because like your story when you're telling me about it, I love hearing stories about people that just like, hey, I just make it work.
Yep.
Like, I got this. This is all I got. I make it work. Like when we started podcasting, I didn't have a mic. So I used a 360 Rock Band mic to record our podcast. Like that's all I had. I didn't
Yeah.
have it like a nice little arm that I have like right here.
Oh, tell them how the mic was mounted.
So I took my Xbox One box and stuck it in that box and had it right in front of me right here. So you're very similar like that when it comes to streaming. So tell us like all that process. I love it.
Well, like my situation now is just kind of unique because I was in a weird transition point in my life when I like right before I started.
Yeah.
I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment with my wife, and we needed to move to try to save some money. So we moved in with the in-laws. They're going to build this apartment, save some money. And then the week we moved in, we were going to start, building in a couple months, build the apartment from scratch, basically. We found out we were having a kid.
Dang.
So I actually, we moved, I got a promotion, and had a kid, or we were having a kid in the same week. So that's kind of what set us into the position we are right now. And so basically, it was going to be a studio apartment for the two of us. And now it's a studio apartment for the three of us, which is super tight, cramped, and everything like that.
Right on top of each other.
It's not like a real studio because it's more like a studio plus because it's got like a full size kitchen. So all my gear is in the kitchen, so it's all portable. Like I can move it around, and I have the green screen set up, and so basically like the refrigerator's there, the sink is there. I'm sitting in front of the stove, so it's a real thing. But it's like my drive and my passion are what force me to do that every single day, because I have fun doing it. People have an expectation for me to be there now, and I just keep driving myself to make it easier for myself or do something new to make it look better, so people see my stream, they say, hey, you have a pro quality setup, I'd love to see what you got, and I see I got this tiny little thing, a tiny little monitor, my laptop over here, this over here, and it's crazy, but people enjoy it,
Dude, I was gonna say, yeah, because I'm also in my kitchen. That's how I stream. But when I look at your VODs, there's no way you even know that, man, because it looks so good when I watch your streams. I'm like, dude, your stream is awesome, man. And I loved it when you were talking about lighting and how you did your lighting.
Oh yeah. So I took the little shop lights and put the brightest bulb I can possibly get in them. And then I cover them with a shower cap to diffuse them. So instead of paying $120 for a light box, I spent $30 at the hardware store. I went to Walmart.
Yeah. That's freaking awesome, man.
But it's super bright now. And the best thing about the fact of lighting and going back to the community on Mixer is that it started with one person said one particular thing about how this works or how that works, and someone said hey, your lighting's not that great. So I adjusted some things around and made that work, got the lights, and now it looks much better. And then someone said, hey, your camera's going out of focus. What's going on with that? So I was like, I don't know, what's happening? He's like, go into here, check this, that, and the other thing. And I was like, okay, I have a perfect setup now because of all these other people that are constantly giving me back. And it's not like they're saying, you suck, you shouldn't be doing this, that, and the other thing. That's up to me and my community. If they appreciate the content, they appreciate the content. But if you can tell me that something doesn't look right or something doesn't sound right, that I can appreciate because you're trying to improve the overall quality of the sights and sounds.
Yeah. Love it, man. So any of you guys that are thinking into getting into streaming, go talk to Lupo to the rescue because he's just getting it done, man. And he's putting in work over there on Watch Mixer. So yeah. So I got to ask you, man, I know you got quite a few things you're working on. So can you give us a little bit of the lowdown of some of the things you're working on with your stream and other things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So where to start? I mean, that's the craziest thing. And you guys come to me a couple days ago, and I was like, all right, I gotta get all this stuff ready. So Monday,
No pressure.
Monday starts. We're gonna do a live web show on my own channel. It's an Anthem web show, so it's dedicated to the new BioWare IP Anthem that's coming out. It's supposed to be out in March, so we'll know a little bit more in a couple weeks about when that's coming out. But my idea was that you have people on YouTube that can kind of talk about games and everything like that. They build a community and they build hype for the game through a static thing. A video that's always there no matter what.
Yeah.
I stream a lot of Destiny, I stream Borderlands, games that are, community based and social games and stuff like that, which Anthem is a game that's going to be like that as well. But I can't do anything now because the game isn't live. So I have people come into my chat talking about the game. They say, hey, look, I know you've seen this. What do you think of it? So that idea just snowballed into saying, hey, look, every Monday night we're going to get together for an hour, talk about what we've heard, what we can, speculate is going to happen, and build a community early instead of waiting for the game to come out.
Classic case of when the community inspires you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually dropped in on when you were talking about some of the Warmind DLC and kind of the table for all of the stuff that is going to go down with that. And I loved the way you were doing it, man. It was just so interactive, and you're just because I love following you on Twitter because you are a gamer that's played a lot of games, and it gives you a good perspective, and I like hearing your opinion on that. Mm-hmm. So, and also because you like Mass Effect.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I ask everyone that we have on the podcast, and so I got to ask you, bro. What is your top 3 games of all time?
Singular games or series?
It can be either. Yeah.
Okay.
We won't get too constricted.
I'll group the series. I'll group the series. Because my favorite all time had to be Mass Effect, no matter what. Like even Andromeda included.
Yes.
By far my favorite game series. Destiny would be number 2, as crazy as that sounds. And then number 3, like, it's a tough call because the guy that loves sci-fi wants to say like a game like Dead Space or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, the guy that loves games as a whole wants to say Red Dead because I really loved Red Dead.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just the nostalgia freak in me wants to say Mega Man X because I loved that game. I could play Mega Man X over and over again.
Yeah.
So I mean, those would be like if I can make a 5, that's my 5.
So
it's all tied for 3.
with Mega Man, did you ever do the cheat on the other controller where you could? So like what I did, I found out you can put like a chair or something to hold like up and left, and it gives you this huge like jump ability.
No,
you
I've
can,
never
like-
seen that.
Yeah, it gives you like an infinite jump that you can jump all the way to the top of the screen. So yeah, pro tip for an old game.
Just the tip.
Yeah. So for all of the people that are going to listen to this podcast, all the people that are watching on Mixer, tell us where we can find you, social media, Mixer, all that stuff, man.
So I can be found on mixer.com/lupo to the rescue, the number 2. It's the same on Twitter and Instagram.
Awesome.
So that's like
man.
my main platforms. Like I don't have a URL for YouTube, but when the podcast or the web show starts going, all of the legacy content will be there.
Awesome.
So I don't have enough followers to have a URL. Like YouTube's got to get their jab in on everybody and not let you do things that everybody else does.
You're a
So
noob. Yeah. Yeah, that's what they like.
it'll
to
get
do.
there. It'll get there. I'm pushing. People are supportive and they try to help out and
Yeah.
you know
Well,
get to
there's
that because you have
13
to have 100
people in this
followers.
chat that can help out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm assuming you can probably just search Lupo to the rescue on YouTube
Yep.
and find you. So
Mhm. Yeah, so there should be an empty channel with the same avatar that I have here,
yeah.
and that'll be it.
Awesome, man. So we got to have you here to talk some games. And one of those games that we're going to actually talk about, which we got to see a little bit of a first look, which is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh,
So
yeah.
let's talk about that a little bit. We got some stuff that's going to go on. We saw a new trailer. And so I want to know you guys' thoughts on the trailer that we saw.
Now?
Yeah, now.
I thought we were going to watch this.
No.
You paused,
It's
so
for,
I didn't know
it's
where
for
we
their
were going.
viewing pleasure.
Okay. Personally, I think like all you guys, I've been jonesing for this for some time, and this third trailer didn't show gameplay, but showed a lot more of the cutscenes and gave you a little more insight to the characters. And after I saw some IGN breakdowns, wow, I'm ready to be invested in this game and characters, just like I was in this Red Dead Redemption first one.
Yeah.
You're gonna get to know these characters so well. The storyline's gonna be so great. I'm assuming because of the track record and what I see here. So I was a little bit tight in the pants.
Did they come off?
No, I was at work.
Oh,
They unbuttoned a little bit,
You got a desk, right?
yeah.
but I got a big window too for the hallway,
Window just turn all around. You'll be fine.
facing the window.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
What are you
Y'all
doing over
just
there,
like
Thaddeus?
Red Dead 2. Don't mind me.
Right.
Yeah. What about you,
It's hot in
Kurt?
this office. You know.
What about you, Kurt?
Honestly, I'm not feeling the hype as much as other people might. And it's not because it's a bad game by any means. It's just I never really got into the first one that
Mhm.
much. I played it, but it just never really hooked me to the point where I want to consistently come back and keep playing it. So I'll likely play Red Dead 2 when it comes out, but it probably won't be a day one thing for me. It'll just kind of be like, you know,
Yeah.
I'll wait a little bit, see if maybe Circuit buys it on Game Share if he wants to go in half and half. You know, we'll do that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just right now. It's Red Dead 2. That's all I really have to say about it.
Yeah. What about you, Lupo? What were you feeling?
I think it does look pretty cool. I like that they did put John Marston in there, so you see that
Yeah.
it's a very clear prequel. You know, so there's no speculation of before, after, whatever like that. You know, this is clearly a prequel. We know the story. We're gonna find the story of Dutch's gang, you know. So I think it's a great move by Rockstar to say, here's this game we're gonna put out right now. It's on the most current tech that we have.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to continue, go back to the other game now, so the people that didn't play it the first time can come back and basically have that continuation of the story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another thing as well too. You know, so like we get the Star Wars effect. People that are playing this game for the first time can go the whole nine.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was watching it, man, and I was looking at some of IGN's breakdown and some of the inside stuff that they were showing, it reminded me, and I haven't played a ton of it, but it looked a little bit like GTA Online. Like,
Yeah.
I was reading some of the stuff where it was talking about how, like, if you go up to somebody that's sweeping a porch and you point a gun at them, they're going to freak out and be like, oh, don't kill me, you know, or they'll just run away. Or they'll be like, all right, sucker, let's go, you know, whatever it would be. So, you like that, sucker? But so it looked a lot like GTA, and it makes me kind of wonder, you know, we've heard rumors and stuff about the Battle Royale mode, and do you think it'll fit in well with the Red Dead kind of lore and setting?
Well, I mean, me and T Prime talked about it like about a month ago or so, and you know, it's just really, I think the issue would be like dispersal. Like how do you make dispersal fit into the game?
Yeah.
You know, you can't have a plane dropping people with parachutes and stuff like that. So maybe a train or something like that. I mean, that would make it work. If
Yeah.
you could figure out how to do a dispersal and remain canon, then I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think a train. I mean, that's the largest vehicle they have in their era anyway. And in this trailer, they kind of talked about the breakdown trailer for IGN that this is somewhat of an armored train. It seemed like so maybe indeed it is some kind of special train that we see in the game, but it
Mhm.
also is a means of disbursement in their version of Battle Royale when it
Yeah.
comes out.
Yeah, I was thinking about, like, I was actually talking with this, and it's really cool when you find a coworker that's kind of nerdy like you know, because you're like, oh man, finally someone I can talk to about stuff, you know.
Right.
And I was talking to one of my coworkers about this, and I was like, man, how would they make, like, you know, in PUBG or in Fortnite, you have that blue circle or the circle that comes in, and you get outside, it starts to damage you. And I was like, how could they make something like that work in Red Dead? And then lightning struck my brain.
Did you have an apostrophe?
I did. And I was like, you know what? What if there's like a brush fire that's pushing everyone to a direction? And if you get past that area that it's going, you're taking smoke and fire damage.
I fell into burning ring of fire.
I'm just saying, man, it would work. It
It
would
would work.
work.
That's a lot of fire, though.
That is a lot of fire.
It doesn't have to be huge. Like, it
I'm
can
thinking
be.
dust storms, but you're going all apocalyptic. That's cool.
Well, you need something that'll kill you. You know, dust.
True.
You know, maybe, but yeah. So, well, cool. Yeah. So, any other thoughts on that before we move on? Because we got to talk some Destiny. I mean, we're almost here. So, any other thoughts on Red Dead from you guys?
I like how they were talking about, like the first one, your decisions they make a big difference in the game. Not just how you walk into a town or how you act to civilians, but your actions have consequences on how the rest of the world reacts or long-term affects you through the game. And it's games like that that have decision making affects the game that I really, really like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Plus, I'm gonna make multiple save files along the way because I'm gonna screw it around and cause them some shenanigans for sure.
Oh, who'd you kill? Oh, you shouldn't have killed that guy. You lost that storyline right there.
Yep.
All right. So, one of the reasons why I want to talk about Destiny is because our bro Lupo here is like the man when it comes to Destiny, because you are a very strong supporter of keeping the community going. I love your positivity, even when people are kind of trying to shoot stuff down. So, we just had this new trailer come out for the Warmind, and we've had a bunch of stuff drop about that. So I want to first pick your mind and your thoughts about the new trailer. So what did you think about what we see about Warmind? You know, we're seeing Anna Bray. What do you think? I mean, is it intriguing you?
Yeah, I do think that it is, and I think it's good that they're going into like the legacy of Destiny. Like we didn't get a lot of that in Destiny 1. Like they spoke of all these legendary characters, and now they're starting to flesh them out a little bit. So that's definitely a good thing. But hopefully she makes more of an impact on the game itself than Osiris did.
Yeah.
that was a little disappointing.
I was just happy that it was actual Hunter rather than a Titan or something else.
Well, like, I think one of us has talked about that specifically, like you and I, or me and T Prime, about it. Like, that's just the way the cadence is working now. So, like, you had Zavala, he was like the Titan. You start off with the Titan, then you move to the Warlock with and Osiris, and now we're moving on to Anna Bray, who's a Hunter. And I kind of felt that Cade would have something to do with it, but I don't think that he's going to make as big an impact in this one as I thought originally.
Right.
Yeah. What about you, Mr. Dirty Bombs?
I'm just noticing that failed epic Hunter jump that she just botched right there. I didn't notice that before. All I could really think about was Underdog
Had she been a Warlock,
screwing up his jump.
would have made it.
Oh man, had she been a Warlock, she would have loaded the safety
Gracefully at that.
gracefully. I'll tell you what. I just want to play the game. Okay, I'll start over. I want to play the game again.
Yeah.
I'll say that, and I really hope Warmind does that for me. Kind of bummed it's focusing around a Hunter because Hunters are sucky, but whatever. Squishy little pole dancing invisible little ants that are so easy to squish.
Smoky.
As chat is going hashtag Hunter forever, hashtag Glock life.
And it's all from Underdog and Scarecrow because if you guys hadn't heard, come next week, Underdog is going to get his ass handed to him by a filthy Warlock.
Yeah, we're going to do a little shoutcasting and a little stuff on May. What is it? 8?
Yeah.
Next Tuesday. Well, this coming Tuesday because it's Thursday. So
yeah,
whatever. Either way, I want to play the game again. That's really all I have to say about it. And I really hope the Warmind does that for me. I really hope that it keeps the grind for a purpose. Like I've been seeing the devs utilize that phrase, is grinding for a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can pull that off properly, I think Destiny could potentially be in a happy place again.
Yeah. What about you, T Prime? Was it enough to pique your interest?
I am excited for what is potentially going to be great content.
That's a good way to put it.
I'm excited. I'm happy that a lot of people feel that Destiny is in a better place than it has been lately. And I will be playing the content when it drops, not just because it'll be on my Xbox whenever you download it yourself. It'll be on mine. Thank you very much, GameShare.
It's already bought. It's there. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm also a little worried because I'm so far behind. Like I don't have any masterwork gear guns whatsoever. So I'll be like, anybody want to be backpack? And can I jump in?
I can be your backpack while you run. Yeah.
But it might just be enough for me to really, play the story, play the campaign, knock out some strikes, get some gear, and I'm like, okay, what else is out there?
I'm sure that you're gonna get on par with light level with like a mission or two in.
Yeah, I'm sure too.
Yeah.
I could catch up pretty quick. Like just like with Osiris, I enjoyed the crap out of the content while it was there. Just ever since what is it?
Taken King?
Taken King, the type of grind that Destiny is ended up not really being my style. Like I'm more of a loot shooter like Borderlands. Like I want to see like copious amounts of loot drop and go loot crazy.
So the original loot cave just made you soil your pants.
It was kind of fun for a while, but still it's like random chance that 5% goodness out of garbage.
That's true.
But Destiny does an amazing job with story stuff, however brief and small it is compared to the long game. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm excited that they're going this route too with the Warmind stuff finally, and they're focusing on some of those legendary, iconic characters too. So they're making strides.
Yeah.
It took them, 2 games to get there, but yeah, I'm happy.
It's just unfortunate that they're focusing on the Hive again.
Oh yeah. Well, no, they're Ice Hive.
I don't care.
You've awoken the Ice Hive.
Hive is the Hive, man.
The deadliest snowman ever.
I gotta say, like, I saw this, and we'll just kind of bridge it over to the developer update, which you're gonna see here on the screen. If you're watching. But as I was watching the trailer,
so in 1.2.0, we're refreshing a bunch of the weapon exotics. We're making them significantly deadlier and more interesting and powerful.
I think
For adding Masterworks to all of them, the way that Masterworks will work for exotic weapons is unlike legendaries, which allow you to increase a stat and then re-roll to get the stat that you're desiring. Exotic Masterworks are hand-built to be awesome for the exotic that they've been chosen for. And so once you get a Masterworked version of exotic, that is the one true Masterworked version of that exotic weapon. And it can be anything from some crazy stat bump to some behavioral change, and they're really, really good.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that it's things like that are going to make people want to play the game more, want to learn more about the world. You know, they took a lot of the things that people cared about out of the game to make a more intuitive game. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah. Like, they took the grimoire out and everything like that, and you know, people missed it. They thought people wanted that out of the app and then into the game. So if you condense everything down to like the story and stuff like that, that's what they thought people wanted. But realistically, it wasn't. So having these other things, now we're going to have more collectibles, more ways to flesh out the story, and I think those are the things that people want in the game. Not only are you finding things and having that sense of exploration, but you're learning more about the game as well. So it's a twofold thing.
Yeah, and as Underdog says in the chat, the worm that we see, oh, dude, that's going to be fun to figure out that stuff and fight it. So Lupo, I want to get your opinion, man, and I'm going to give you a platform here to kind of get your thoughts out there. So, you know, for people like myself who are a little on the fence with Destiny and they're wanting to come back, and maybe some of them hadn't come back, what, in your opinion, does Destiny have to do with this DLC to get more of the community back, get them more involved on a consistent basis? Do you think they're doing it with the way they're going to do the new loot grind?
Well, I think the ranked system definitely is going to bring a lot of people back, because there's a direct. That's the problem, is that like when you had just a vast loot system where you could just get stuff everywhere, but you didn't know what you were going to get or how you were going to get it. That was a problem for a lot of people. So if they have, this is the rank system. Once you get to this rank, you get this particular thing. It is the mother of all pulse rifles. That's what people want. You know, so if you have that directed grind, a specific way to get to particular things, it's going to give people more focus. They'll know when they have to get on and when they don't have to get on. You know, so that's another thing as well, is being able to manage their time better too. You know, you don't want to go in every single day and just grind meaninglessly. You know, if you get to a point where you can't progress this particular thing anymore for the week, you could stop and you can come back the next week, you know, after the reset. So I think that's going to help a lot of things, but if you're unhappy with the way the game is, the way the game plays comparatively to the previous iteration, from what I'm understanding, people may not be happy with the game as it stands right now. There's going to be future updates, but if you're looking for a systemic change, that's going to be down the line. So, I mean, if you like the way the game is now, you just want more to do, right now's a time to come back. If you don't like the way the game is and you're kind of hoping that it's going to be more like original Destiny, you might have to wait.
Yeah, that September update and the summit, especially with all their feedback that they got to give, is I'm interested to see what's going to happen then with Destiny. So, so any other thoughts before we move into our next segment about Destiny? I mean, I know I'm excited. I can't wait to see. I'm optimistic. So that's kind of my thoughts.
I mean, I'm optimistic about kicking Underdog's ass.
Custom games, baby. I can't wait for that. Yeah. Cool, guys. Well, let's go ahead and move into our next segment here, and it's Shots Fired, where we ask you guys on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you can find Mulehorn Gaming, to send us your thoughts, opinions, comments with hashtag AskAnalog. So we're just going to start out here, and Lupo, just jump in whenever you feel the need. So our first one here is from Johnny Cage 85, and he says, what are your complete feelings on God of War having completed the game? Also, how does it feel to actually finish a game? Hashtag AskAnalog. Hashtag now play Bloodborne. Well, Johnny Caged, let's just say I jumped in the chat with our bros here, Underdog and Scarecrow, and I just went like this. Yeah, that was good.
Wow.
So I haven't felt that way about a game in a long time, man. As I was saying earlier, like, Lupo, I don't know if you have a PS4, bro, but if you can, if you in any way can, you got to play God of War. Because there's just so many satisfying things with the way they made the game, the way they put the lore into it. Like, I love that you can have this encounter with, that's what she said. I love the way you can have this encounter and you don't know what it is. And then all of a sudden you get this option to push up on the D-pad and look at the lore.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty good.
Yeah. And you're like, oh, let's see what this little journal says about this creature you just encountered and what Atreus is saying about it. Like, let's read up on that. Like, I love that.
And it constantly updates as you discover new things about said lore subject, which is awesome.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So that's the way I feel, Johnny Cage. I feel good finally completing a game. I feel a little more like Thaddeus Prime.
I feel a little bit less like a squirrel. More like
awesome and beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, we'll just go with that. So our next one here is from our bro Draco Augustus, and he says, I have just a few friends that I've played Sea of Thieves with, and I know still play. I think it's a pretty great game and have a blast when I get on with them. But I know some people don't like it very much, and I understand some of their reasoning. What keeps you guys from playing more, and what do you think would need to happen to the game to get to play more together? #AskAnalog. And I just added together because I'm assuming that's what he's saying. So what do you think, Lupo? I mean, I've seen you play Sea of Thieves. I've seen you stream it. What do you think, man?
Well, I think the biggest issue with Sea of Thieves is that there's no direction. Like, it's a lot of fun to get on with your friends and just do the most ridiculous stuff that you can possibly think of. Whether you're gonna just grab all the barrels that blow up and stick them in someone's ship and blow it up, like, yeah, that's cool, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But why do I want all this stuff? Like, why do I want to spend hours collecting gold and everything like that? Get the Pirate Legend. What's the difference between the Pirate Legend thing and this other thing?
Yeah.
Besides aesthetic, like that's the issue. Like I'm obviously into like investment games, like games that are going to require a lot of time, and stuff that you can replay over and over again. And I'm not saying this game doesn't have replayability, because it has a lot of it, but it's more of like that niche game to play with friends. And it can be non-competitive, but it's very competitive at times too. So it's both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. What do you think, guys? I mean, I don't know if you've gotten the chance to play it dirty, but I know Thaddeus has.
I was thinking about that. I have not played it in a long time, and what it would need to be, or change to, or to take it away from like what I'm sucked into now, God of War, or just bring it back afterwards. Maybe have some kind of more apparent in-game. Have a raid coast someone's talking about, where you can go and like get massive loot and rewards, and there's some story behind it. I know for a lot the aesthetic grind is appealing to a lot of people, but like Lupo, you're saying, I like investment games, but I need to know that I'm progressing. I need to know that I'm working towards something, not just aesthetically building up awesome looking loot. I want a sense of accomplishment along the journey.
Yeah.
However long the journey is, and however often I can come back to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much what Lupo said, the way I feel about it. Like, there's a lot of fun stuff, a lot of fun mechanics. It's got a great sandbox, but they're going to have to build on it a lot to get me to play it over Destiny 2 or God of War or Far Cry 5. It's a good bro game, and it's really fun. Personally, I think this game will be the game most people want in about a year, when they have all the updates, when they have all the new stuff that they'll put into the game. Because kind of like I said in my review, I think it's a game changer because it gives you a great sandbox and enables play rather than gameplay. It's just us as gamers have been conditioned so long on gameplay. We need something to get us going rather than just creating it ourselves. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so our next one here is directed at our bro Lupo to the rescue, and it's from our bro Underdog10, and he says, I got 2 questions. He said, with God of War receiving high praise and potentially Game of the Year award in the future, what would it take for Destiny to get to that point? Gameplay, better in-game, more story? And then his second part is, you might have heard, Lupo, that there's a great battle that will take place on the 8th between myself
One-sided fight.
and a worthless warlock named Dirty Bombs. It's Hunter versus Warlock. Who wins and why?
I'll answer question 1 first.
Yeah.
I think it's just that with Destiny is that it needs more endgame. Like that's me personally.
Yeah.
I think you can look at how they have everything set up now and appreciate that, but just give me more to do on a regular basis. Like T-Prime said the same thing before, Kurt said the same thing before. I want to have a reason why I want to go in every day.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to just go in and play Destiny. I want to like know that I'm working towards this or working towards that. I want to get this particular weapon, this particular armor set, and have those particular sets mean something. Like not just this thing and this thing are exactly the same. They're just different colors or different cuts of the jib, but
Today's word, cuts at the jib.
cuts of the jib, yeah.
Soundbite.
I'm gonna get memed on that one, I'm sure.
Yeah, you are. Jumbaloo!
Where is he?
Yeah.
He's
But that's how I feel about it personally. And then to answer the second question, I need to know the betting odds. What are the betting odds? Who's got the handicap?
Right now, I'm just gonna have to say it. I think Underdog has the handicap. He's I don't know. Last game he had a 2.5 KD. So
And Kurt's rusty, is what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
So they're
0.25.
about even.
Oh, fool! I held my own in last Iron Band. Don't make no
Yeah,
mistake.
he had a 0.25 KD one game, and I was just like, bro.
I'm
He's in chat and he goes, context.
context.
Context about it, fool. You suck.
What he's trying to say is we had a team that we played in Iron Banner and we mercy ruled them. I mean, we just ran right through them because we had almost a full team. So he's saying he never saw anybody and got a chance to kill anybody.
Oh, what a poor little excuse. A hunter's supposed to be quicker on his feet. Scout ahead, fool.
I
He didn't
Nimbly
find anybody.
He's nimbly bimbly. So
Nimbly bimbly. He was
Yeah.
sitting on his haunches in the back.
Yeah.
Pecker.
Then as the resident warlock of all my groups, I'll go with the warlock.
oh
Uh-huh.
dang. There you go.
Uh-huh.
Shots fired indeed.
And Mule remains outnumbered.
That's okay. I like it that way. I can
Oh,
1v3.
I feel like there's a dirty joke in there.
So, our next Ask Analog is actually from Mrs. Mule, and this is from our Facebook page. And she says,
Hello.
and this is talking about Infinity Wars. And don't worry, we're not going to give any spoilers here. She says, I'm going to need to hear some theories on why Black Widow's hair is suddenly blonde and how we can work Jeff Goldblum back into the Avengers plot. Hashtag Ask Analog. So, for you guys that don't know, Black Widow's hair was blonde. Well, that's because she went over to Team Cap, and they were for like 2 years in hiding. So she's kind of trying to be incognito. And I agree. Jeff is hilarious in the Thor movie, and I would love to see some way that he's woven back in there some way. So, yeah. Did y'all have any thoughts on that one? I don't know if y'all have seen the movie yet. So
I haven't.
okay, no spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it, but I've seen it twice, and it's freaking legit. It's awesome. So our next one here, because we're taking questions as we're live on Mixer, and it's from our bro Cheesemo in the Mixer chat, and I don't even know what to say to this. He says, chicken, beef, or fish. F1, marry one, and kill one. Hashtag ask anal log. Don't even know.
I'll kick that shit off. First
Kill
one,
it with fire.
You kill the
Yeah.
fish. Okay.
Kill the fish. Probably marry the chicken and fuck the beef.
Yeah.
We got the meats.
Oh my God.
I'm just not a fan of fish.
Yeah, I'd probably F the fish too. Like,
Yeah, I prefer pork, honestly.
yeah, I'd have to go that way too. I'd
mean,
say kill the
bacon.
fish and F the beef and marry the chicken too. I think I'd have to go that way. So you can have chicken every day. It's good. So
It's healthier for you.
moving on to our next one in chat. It's and we got a couple from him from our bro Scarecrow21, and he says, with the new update, new weapons, armor, and things to chase, what is your favorite kind of pizza? Also, what exotics are you going to try out first? Hashtag Ask Analog. Favorite pizza, man? Pepperoni.
Meat lovers.
Yeah. Exotic? What are you going to chase? Are you
I want the Suros, man. Like,
Suros?
Seeing it come back is like a great thing.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see Suros.
Yeah. I think
Are we
I'm
talking chase or try out?
both. Let's just go with that. Both.
Hard light.
Mm.
Because as stated previously, I still don't have it. And
Yeah.
we were doing the raid earlier this week, and I'm just thinking to myself, dude, hard light would be so handy right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the hard light, so I'm pretty much gonna chase whatever exotic I get in the window that I play it.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I don't know. I mean, probably Soros. I mean, it's the feels, you know. It's going to bring back the old memories of D1. So, yeah. And then second, what's that?
You want that feeling of having a nice big Suros in your hand?
Mm.
I mean, I get that feeling every day. If we was... So, moving on. Our last one here from our bro Scarecrow21. He says,
Next to last.
yeah. We got one more thing here. He says, E3 is only 5 weeks away. What do you want to see there the most? Hashtag Ask Analog.
I want to see Xbox deliver and get back up there where we all hope they would be from last E3 to now. I want to see the games.
Yeah.
They have everything else covered. I want to see the games. Overall, I just want to see all the new games coming out.
Yeah. What about you, Lupo?
I think the biggest thing for me is definitely Anthem. It's something that I've been looking forward to for 6 years. 2012 they started working on it, and they made it very public that they were working on a new IP then. So that's something that has been in the back of my mind since then. But like I saw Underdog just talk about it in chat, Borderlands 3. That's definitely something that's exciting.
Yes.
I saw a leak, and I don't know the validity of it, but they did say that they were going to come out another Halo, so another Halo would be interesting. But like T Prime's 100% right. Like Xbox has to deliver now.
Yep.
Like they have the hardware. That was the problem we were worried about for a while. Deliver. Give us the goods.
Yeah.
Show us the games. Is Crackdown 3 actually going to come out this year?
Yes, and not
I'm not saying that I'm like super stoked for Crackdown 3, but you guys said this was going to be out last summer, and it's still not in our hands yet. That's an issue.
Yeah. What about you, Dirty?
It's going to come down to 2. I know one of them is going to be there. That's obviously Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah.
I need all the informations. All of it.
Yes.
Just give me everything that you have. Give me That's What She Said. I don't give a fuck. I want all the Cyberpunk 2077s.
All of it.
All of
I
it.
want all your eggs and bacon.
Do it.
Yeah. Anyone know that reference? I'll give you 10 million
Parks and Rec.
points. There you go.
I'm
Yes.
rewatching it right now, honestly.
All right.
I'm like, I just watched the episode.
Yes.
I know
I'm
you
there
heard me say
with you.
I want a lot of your eggs and bacon, but I want all of it.
All.
I'm with you, Dirty. Cyberpunk 2077 got me hyped. I just want to see what they're cooking. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, Johnny said that he had saw a rumor that it was going to be first person, which isn't the most unusual thing in an RPG setting. Because I mean, you got Skyrim, you got anything from Bethesda, realistically.
Yeah.
So it'll be kind of weird to get used to that again, just because most people prefer the third person view in an RPG like that.
Right.
But played plenty of first person games. Wow, what was it? Thief, The Last Deus Ex. There's another one, I can't think of it, but they were all first person. It was really weird at first, but you got used to it after a while. And it was all like those two were first person stealth and could be stealth mechanics.
Dishonored.
Dishonored.
Thank you. So, kind of a weird way to approach it, but if they do it that way, it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm kind of curious if we're going to see anything about Fable.
Yeah.
Ooh, good one.
Yep. I mean, for me, it's kind of as Lupo was saying, like Xbox needs to deliver in like a major way. Because PlayStation, I mean, there's a reason why I picked one up. They're putting out a lot of really good exclusives. I mean, God of War. I mean, hello. It's even though my gamer tag says Mulehorn117, Halo's just not going to do it for me. I have a feeling it probably won't be a new Halo game. It'll probably be all the Master Chief Collection releasing on PC. That's what I think it'll probably be. Is you're going to get that release on PC, and all the games are going to be on PC, or they're going to be Play Anywhere. They need freaking fresh new IPs.
Yes, they do. They can't keep rehashing the old stuff.
Fable's great. I love Fable, and I'll be excited to play it, and I'll play the crap out of it if they bring out a new one. But I want something fresh. Like, we need like an Anthem for Xbox.
How fresh?
Like fresh, man.
Super fresh.
Well, what if I told you that one of the leaks I saw was Perfect Dark?
A new Perfect Dark?
New Perfect Dark.
Oh, see now my jimmies are being tickled.
Yeah.
As Mule says.
Yeah. It tickles my jimmies. Yeah. I mean, I just need something like, I don't need a sequel. I want something.
That's so far back in the 360 days that they could do.
It's practically new IP.
Yeah, it'd be practically a new IP.
Yeah.
And Rare's back on the charts, so I mean.
Yeah. So, yeah. So moving to our last one here from our bro Cheesemo, and he says, is Operation GoFundMe going to happen to send Mule or one of the mules to Cali for E3? Hashtag Ask Analog Mule Pack. Bro, I wish, man, but I don't think, I mean, we could go technically as media, but the problem like most of us gamers have is running into cash flow. And I just don't, I mean, I get it, like GoFundMe's and things like that, but I really don't want to ask the community that's supporting me so much already to say, hey, send me to Cali. You know, maybe it's just a pride thing. I don't know. But
and I can only Gigolo so much.
Yeah, I mean, I only have Thaddeus to throw at people so much. I mean, yeah. So
I need a break, man.
Yeah, and before we wrap this up, I didn't get a chance, but I want to ask you now, Lupo. Can you please share with us some tips, some do's and don'ts, things that you can do for streamers out there that really want to grow their stream, kind of the things that you've done to really grow your platform?
Yeah, that's definitely something I can talk about. Do things like this, like network with people. Like, I wouldn't be where I am if it weren't for you guys. Like, I don't even know how we started talking. Something on Twitter 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and we just kind of slowly. Well, I mean, Team Prom's over here, like, told me. It's a collective effort.
Yeah.
But it's networking. Go to other people's streams and see what you like about them and see what you don't like about them.
Yeah.
And use that as your own feedback for yourself, saying, like, you know, if somebody has a currency in their stream and it works well for them, it doesn't mean it's going to work well for you. You know, but if it's something that works with their community and they have fun with it, you know, maybe it's something you want to implement and try.
Yeah.
You know, if people do fun little, like, non-monetary giveaways and stuff like that, you know, like extra currency or like LFG priority, something like that. Those are the types of things that people do in one stream that might work for yours or might not work for yours. So the biggest thing for me is networking, learning and honing your craft, which is obviously watching other people, and then unify your brands. Like, a lot of people will have, you know, this profile here, that profile there, this profile somewhere else, but if you have the same exact tag everywhere, people know where to find you. And then set your schedule.
Yep.
That is the number one streaming tip is set your schedule. So it's like a radio show or a podcast. You know, if you know when this thing is going to drop, that's when people know when to show up. So that's the way you have to look at it, and you know, condition yourself to be in that position all the time.
Awesome, man. Dropping some streamer knowledge there from our bro Lupo to the rescue.
And
so,
I gotta say that's I think it's really why you're seeing a lot of your recent milestones being met ahead of schedule for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had the opportunity to be one of your mods and seen you grow a lot lately, being in your Discord and seeing your goals and whatnot, and it's been pretty impressive. I mean, I thought you were pretty awesome when I first met you, and then see where you are now. I'm like, this guy's on the path to partner way before he even expected it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just, you're blowing up, man, and it's not because, you know, I mean, it's because you're doing everything right.
Yeah.
You know,
I try.
like, all the stuff you said.
And you're a fun guy.
You're a fun guy. You got the sauce, as a certain big streamer says. You got the sauce, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, bro, one more time, just tell everyone watching and listening to the podcast later on, where can everyone find you, social media, Mixer, all that?
Okay, so it's mixer.com/Lupo to the rescue. That's the number 2. And it's the same thing on Twitter, Lupo to the rescue, and Instagram, instagram.com/Lupo to the rescue.
Awesome, man. Well, guys, make sure you go follow him on Twitter. Go follow him on Mixer. I promise you, you will love the game knowledge he drops. You'll love his streams. You'll love the dude. And I know, man, it's in your future. I know you're going to get partnered.
All right, we'll do what we can.
Dude,
It's only a matter of time.
it's just a matter of time, man. As more people find you, you're gonna blow up, man. So,
Appreciate
well, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening in. If you're listening through the audio version of the podcast, and I just want to say, if you like our podcast, then go check out the Cool Cats at NinjaPancake.com. And if you would like us on Facebook, leave us a review on iTunes, and you can follow us all on Twitter. You got at Thaddeus Prime, at Dirty Bomb, Circuit's not here, but at Circuit 8. And then all of us at Mulehorn Gaming. And remember, guys, when in doubt, blow it up!